Tomorrow's your first day of school, so we need to get all of your stuff packed up so you're all ready in the morning and we're not rushing around making sure we have everything. Alright, so I have all of your school supplies laid out around me here, and I have your list right here. So just gonna go through the list and we're gonna make sure that you have everything packed into your bag here. And that way, when you wake up in the morning, all you have to focus on is eating a nice good breakfast and getting dressed and going to school. So, let's see. Alright, the first thing on your list here is a calculator for your math class. So I have a couple different ones here. I don't know what kind you need. It says a Texas Instruments calculator. A couple different kinds. I have this TI 30X2S. You know, maybe we should bring all three. You never know which one you might need. Sometimes they don't allow certain kinds. Let's make sure that this one works. To press the buttons, make sure that it's calibrated properly. This one doesn't require any batteries. Luckily it has this light sensor on the top. Alrighty. Okay, so this one seems to be working good. I'm going to turn it off. And we're going to pack this one up. Make sure you close it up the right way. I'll put this one in your bag. And I have two more calculators here. The similar one is a Texas Instrument TI-34-2. So let's make sure that this one is working. Turn it on, and it turns on. It's always a good sign. And press the buttons on this one as well. Make sure that they all work. And now I had one calculator that you pressed the 2 button and it was 7. You pressed the pi button and it was a log. It was just all mixed up. I don't know how that happens. Maybe someone took my calculator and reprogrammed it to mess with me. It's not all working properly. Making sure the multiplication works. Yep, that's correct. Okay, so this one works good. I'll put it in your bag. Next, I have a graphing calculator. So let's make sure that this one works. This is a battery powered one. So even if it does work right now, I'm probably gonna put in an extra batteries for you. It's no good if they run out. Okay, so let's do some calculations on this one. Make sure that it is adding and subtracting correctly. Giving the right square roots and squaring things right. Yeah, that looks to be correct. Looks like your calculators are working good. Like I said, I'll probably put a fresh pair of batteries in this graphing calculator. I think they require, let's see, 4 AAA batteries. I should have that. Okay, so we got your calculators in here. We can check this off. Check. Texas Instrument calculators. Okay, so the next thing that's on the list is some notebooks. So let's see. Looks like I got a couple here. Here's one notebook. It's a blue one. Maybe this one can be your math one. It's associated blue with math, green with science, and purple with literature. Red was always social science. You can pick whatever ones you want though. So we have this one. Make sure it's not used. Oh, looks like it's a fresh one. Right, we have a black one. This one can be any subject you desire. Maybe your electives. See what this one has in it, if it's filled up already. Looks like it's unused. going to use that one as well, and have a green one. This can be for your science classes. Or whatever you pick, whatever you associate nicely with green, can be that one as well. Okay, let's see what's in here. This one is empty as well. So you have 4 spiral bound notebooks. We can check that one off on the list. 4 spiral bound notebooks. Check. Alright. Then we're gonna need, let's see. We're going to need some paper. We need some regular loose leaf papers, which we have over here. There's a small stack of papers. Just looks like college ruled papers. With a 3-hole punch right here. Three-hole punch so you can put it in a binder. If you want, I could also get you some wide ruled paper, but I like the college ruled personally. Have more lines. If you write smaller, you can fit more notes in the skinny lines. Okay. So we can check off paper. Some other papers here. Let's see if you need different types of papers on your list. Looks like it says some standard loose leaf paper right here, and then it says it says you need some graphing paper, probably for math. So let's see if we have graphing paper. And we do. So here's some graphing paper. It's just lines and a cross pattern. Checkerboard pattern. Graph paper. This doesn't have any punches. I have a puncher if you need it to be. Looks like we have a decent amount of graph paper for you. You can even take your notes on graph paper. papers here. So we have orange paper, orangish paper, a little bit yellow looking, or I could say it's a neon orange color. I'll give that one. And we have a stack of blue papers. A fairly large stack. Then here's a yellow paper. Instead of a neon, bright yellow paper. And last but not least, we have a green paper. Kind of a pastel green color. So, if you would like some different colors, just let me know and I can get some more. But you should be good for tomorrow. So let's check both of those off the list. Graphing paper and colored paper. So let's see, what else do we need? You need some writing instruments, some writing utensils. So probably gonna want some pencils and some pens, right? Pencils and pens. A couple pencil cases and pen cases that I've separated the pens and pens into. So now look in this green case. Looks like we have some pencils. A couple more pencils. There's also some mechanical pencils. In use those as well. Another one, another pencil. So we got a decent amount of pencils here. And some mechanical pencils as well. I always like mechanical pencils. These should do. And let's see what we have for pens. Another little case here. Looks like I have a decent amount of pens in this one. I even have some colored pens. This one's pink. If you want to use the pink one. Here's a black one. A regular pen, red one, just black ink I think though. Here's a purple pen. You can use this one to make your notes stand out a little bit more. If you have like a vocabulary word, you could put it in a different color, the way it stands out. Just a selection of white colored pens with black ink. These ones work really good. I like this kind. It needs to be screwed in a bit. Go. Take those ones. I think that should be a good enough selection of pens. Different colors and some good black ink pens for you. Okay, so let's check this off your list now. We have both pencils and pens. Okay, so let's close these up. We know what we have here. Alright, and then we have on the list some crayons. So these are the crayons that I have. It's sort of a giant mishmash of different crayons, but they all work. You have a red one, green, there's an orange crayon. This is the color melon. There's, looks like a lavender color. It's called Purple Mountains Majesty. What a pretty name. There's a blue color. There's pink color called Orchid. Cool striped yellow and red crayon. It's got different colors. There's a brown color. It's called Tumbleweed Brown. Here's a purple. It's called Blue Violet, so it must be a more blue shade purple color. Like there's a gray, Timberwolf gray, and all sorts of different colors you can see. You have all sorts of choices for coloring. This is gonna work out good for you. Right, crayons, let's check that one off. Now we need, looks like a couple different books are on your list this year. First one is this book called The Complete Book of Sewing. It's probably for your home economics class. Like a very thorough book. It says a practical step-by-step guide to every technique on the bottom. Looks like this has some information about different fabrics, how to decrease the waistlines of different things. Finishing seams, how to stitch on certain fabrics, because it depends on the type of fabric. Interesting stuff. Put this here, and then we have a couple more books. There's Teach Yourself Latin American Spanish for your Spanish class. It's going to teach you some really good conversational Spanish. Of course, you won't be teaching yourself. This is for your class. Book that you need is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Guess you're going to be reading it in your reading class, your literature class this year. Maybe you guys will even get to watch the movie. Let's check those 3 books off your list. Alright, that was the last 3 things you needed. We got your books, your crayons, pencils, pens, notebooks, paper. We have your calculator, your graphing paper. I think you're all ready. Well, this is a very exciting first day of school. Just be yourself, and it's always nerve-wracking to go into new classes, but just remember that in a couple of weeks it's gonna become and feel more normal. You're gonna get to know your classmates, and you're gonna make some really wonderful friendships. I feel it. Okay, now get some rest.